Yesterday I told you there's one problem I told you had to skip. Okay? That we graded, I said, don't worry about it. We haven't taught you how to do that one yet. Okay? And it was the one that asked you to put centimeters cubed into meters cubed. Okay? That's what it was. So, what do you do with units to a power? Okay, what do you do with units to a power? To answer a simple question like, how many meters cubed is 1,500 centimeters cubed? Okay. Okay. So let's set up the problem. We're going to do exactly the same thing, but it's going to cause a little complication. Okay, so 1,500 centimeters cubed. What unit do I want to get rid of? Well, centimeters cubed, right? Where's it got to go? Well, centimeters got to go on the bottom. Meters goes on top. Yeah. So we're done, right? Go ahead and cancel out the units there and see if we're done. You can't. It's not the same power, is it? So centimeters cancels out, but that turns that to centimeters squared. Right? So I got more centimeters to cancel out. So I need to do that again. That's where we're going to. And to really get it to cancel out, I have to do it 3 times. Everybody comfortable with that? That to get that centimeters to cancel out, I need 3 fractions. Okay? And that would give me my answer because I'd have all my centimeters canceled out, and on top I got meters times meters times meters. That's meters cubed. Right? So I'm there. Except that's a lot of writing. I'm too lazy. Mathematically, there's a shorter way to write this. Okay. Ta-da. Now you just have to know how to punch that on your calculator. Okay. Okay, so see, this cubed is on the centimeters, so it's just a unit. This cube means cube everything on the inside. So it's 1 cubed. That's completely uninteresting. It's meters cubed. That's what I wanted. It's centimeters cubed, which gets rid of the centimeters cubed over there. And it's 100 cubed. So the only thing I really need to push in my calculator is the 100. So push along with me. 1,500. The 100's on the bottom, so you push divided by 100. Find your power button. You want it to the 3rd power. 1,500 divided by 100 cubed is 1.5 times 10 to the minus 3rd. Or if your calculator made it down, 0.0015. Okay. Does that make sense? That's how the math works. We're still doing the same thing. We got to get to cancel out. We got to get it to cancel out 3 times, so we cube everything. So works for area. How many centimeters squared is 15 meters squared? Uh, 1.5 times 10 to the negative 3rd. Everybody get that on their calculators? 0.00015? 0.0015, yeah. Oh, we didn't think about sig figs, but it's all scientific notation. I started with 2, I ended with 2, because everything had the same sig fig. So I start off with 15 meters squared. What unit do I want to get rid of? Well, I want to get rid of those meters, so it's got to go on the bottom. What can I change meters into? Centimeters. Which is bigger? Meters. So the meter gets the 1. The centimeter gets how many centimeters in a meter? How many cents in a dollar? 100. But that doesn't cancel out unless I square. And then the meter squared will cancel out. So I'm going to push 15 times 100 squared. And you get 150,000 centimeters squared. Adding huge things to what we did yesterday? Well, just one more step. Let's try that next one. 36 centimeters cubed is how many millimeters cubed? Well, what unit do I want to get rid of? Centimeters. Where's it got to go? On the bottom. What can I turn centimeters into? Meters. Which is bigger? Meters is bigger, so I got how many centimeters in a meter? 100 centimeters in a meter. And I have to cube that. So that'll cancel out my centimeters cubed. Now, what unit do I want to get rid of? I already got rid of centimeters. Meters. It's the only unit that's left. It's got to go on the bottom. What can I turn meters into? Millimeters, so millimeters goes on top. Which is bigger? Meters, so the meters gets the 1, the milli gets the 1,000. But since this one was cubed, this one has to be cubed too. So you push 36 divided by 100 cubed times 1,000 cubed, and you should get 36,000 millimeters cubed. Which is 3.6 times 10 to the fourth. Yep, same value. And all of those have 2 sig figs. 2 sig figs, unlimited, unlimited. That cube thing, the cube thing gives you got to count. If I don't tell you which way to write it, I'll take it either way. But if I tell you, like on the homework last night, I created last night, said it had to be in standard scientific notation.
Why do converter calculators have?
Because they're definitions. Is there ever going to be 101 centimeters in a meter? How about 100.1 centimeters? No, there's going to be zeros all the way. So, all those zeros would count because they're after the decimal point. So an infinite number of zeros means an unlimited sig figs. Okay, there's another way power can show up though. Those things can, because I can get volume by doing length times width times height, or I can get volume by pouring into a measuring cup. There's 2 ways to get volume. Okay, and the way you cross over is 1 milliliter is 1 centimeter cubed. Or you can say 1 liter is 1,000 centimeters cubed. Remember, this is our liter. This is the liter that they defined as 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. And every one of these corners is both a milliliter and a centimeter cubed. So in this big block, there would be 100 squares on the face. So that would, and 10 deep would make 1,000 cubes. Right? So 1 liter is 1,000 cubic centimeters. So, how many liters is 12.3 meters cubed? Okay, so I write the 12.3. What unit do I want to get rid of? Meters, where's it got to go? On the bottom. What can I turn meters into? Centimeters. I can put that prefix on. And we've used this a few times. So that gets rid of meters, changes into centimeters cubed. Okay. So those meters cubed are gone. Now, what unit do I want to get rid of? Centimeters cubed. Okay, I want to get rid of centimeters cubed. Centimeters cubed, I can turn into liters. Or centimeters cubed, I can turn into milliliters. Okay? Because 1 centimeter cubed is 1 milliliter. Remember, the thing on the bottom and the top have to be the same size. A milliliter and centimeter cubed are the same size. So this is what you do to get rid of cubes. Because notice that here the cube is on the outside. And here the cube is on the inside. Only the unit is cubed there. Nothing else is cubed. Okay? So now I can get rid of milliliters and change it to liters. Because 1,000 milliliters is a liter.
Did you go straight from centimeters to liters?
Like that? Yeah. Okay. So I could have done either way. I can go straight from centimeters cubed to liters if I put the 1,000 centimeters cubed as 1 liter. So I can either do it in 2 steps, go from centimeters cubed to milliliters, then milliliters to liters, or I can do it in 1 step. Okay. But the difference is in pushing buttons. If the cube's on the inside, you don't push the button. You only push the button if the cube is on the outside. Does that make sense? So to push that first one, I would push 12.3 times 100, and it's that 100's on the got the cube on the outside, so I'm going to cube that, y to the x3, and then I'm not typing times 1 divided by 1. Next thing I have to push is divided by 1,000. And you get 12,300. Okay. Just because I got a minute here, because this is where I wanted to stop, that's all I'm going to add to it. I do want to talk about percent error calculations. Okay, a couple of things I saw. Okay, order is important. Equals experimental minus actual over actual. Because if you do it backwards, you won't get the negative sign. Remember, if our experimental is too big, we want a positive answer. Okay? It's times 100%. Don't forget to push the times 100. And you have to stop and round after you subtract. So when you missed it and you had all those extra sig figs, so if you look at your paper, I wrote round on top of it. And that's what you forgot to do. You forgot to round after you subtracted before you divided. We talked about that, right? When it changes rules, you got to stop and round. Everybody just pushed in their calculator, got equals, and then said everything had 3 sig figs, so I'm writing down 3 sig figs. I know, because I saw it happen on the paper lots of times. When you change sig fig rules, you got to stop and round. Does that make sense? Okay. So tonight's homework's out of the book. We'll have our first quiz probably on Tuesday of next week. Okay. Have a pleasant day.